Sundan daw natin si Drew.
Make sure that you are a couple feet back so that if we do
All right,
need to walk.
I would like to welcome everybody to Discovery Wildlife Park and our bear presentation. This is Charlie. He says hello. Do it again. Attaboy.
Hello, Charlie.
Charlie is a 15-year-old North American black bear. He's actually one of a set of triplets. So he has a sister, Honey, and they do have a sister, Angel, right next door. The three of them we have had since they fit in the palm of my hand. They are orphans from Fish and Wildlife. They will remain here with us for the rest of their lives. They are truly amazing ambassador bears. They have educated thousands of people about bear safety, conservation. They have had the opportunity to take part in a ton of research, which not only is very fun for them, but very rewarding for all of us as well, because we know that they are making a significant difference for wild bears, and we just don't think there's a better job for them to have. So that being said, if you need some bear safety information, you're welcome to join the yoga class right next door. Honey does not feel that bear safety applies to her because she is a bear. So that's your out. Thank you, Honey. You always show up, don't you? Now, things you truly might want to know if you're traveling in bear country. Safety in numbers. 6 or more people have never had a bad bear encounter. We believe because 6 or more people make enough noise. So make lots of noise. Bear bells are definitely not loud enough. I have no idea why they sell them in every gift shop between here and Vancouver. Maybe us humans need more Christmas tree ornaments. But you need loud, sharp sounds when you're traveling through bear country. Bears also have something called a critical space or critical space line. Kind of like a little kid. If you were to draw a line in the sand, tell your buddy, if you cross that line, I'm going to beat you up. Now, every bear is unique. Every bear has a personality, in case you guys haven't noticed already. Which means every bear's critical space is going to be different and unique to them. We never know where it's going to be. In fact, it can change at the blink of an eye. And something as simple as time of year can play a significant role. So for example, early in the spring, sows could be waking up with brand new cubs. And if you mamas think you're protective of little ones, trust me, you've got nothing on a mama bear. At the end of May and through June is breeding season. Bears are distracted. They're focused on other things, which means they're very easily startled. Going into July, bears go into something called hyperphagia, a great big word that means need to eat, put on enough calories to survive winter hibernation, and in September, hyperphagia kicks in full force. Those bears in the wild become ravenous hungry and will do anything for the smallest piece of food. September is also the month with the most recorded bear attacks. Wintertime. In our climate, bears do hibernate, but just because they hibernate doesn't mean we won't ever see one. There's lots of times, even here at the park, the bears do get up, especially on nice sunny days. They like to do sunbathing, get a good stretch in, and then go back down to sleep. So, a possibility at any time of year you could see a bear. Are we leaving you out of this presentation again? Oh my! Please pay attention to me. I don't think anybody's doing yoga with you today, honey. They're not feeling it. Yesterday was hot yoga class. If you hadn't tried that, yesterday was the day. Bears are also extremely intelligent animals. They're right up there with primates. They have the ability to reason. They can have abstract thoughts. They can even learn how to count. In fact, Charlie has a favorite number. It is 3. He's like, yep, 3 for everything. And their noses are absolutely amazing. Bears, or an average dog's nose, smells 100 times better than us humans. Bears' noses, 2,100 times better than us people. We're never going to fool a bear's nose. That is very, very important to remember anytime you are traveling out in bear country, especially how you're storing your food products. Do you guys remember Yogi in the picnic basket? Well, Yogi may not have been a real bear, but he definitely knew what bears do with picnic baskets. If they get their paws on them or coolers, trust me, they're great toys. Mary behind me is holding up an example of what a bear-proof container looks like. They do come in different shapes and sizes, and they are a huge asset to have if you're spending any amount of time out there in bear country. They really do work. Also, if you are going to be doing any sort of fishing, doing in the gutting and whatnot down at the water's edge is a very good idea. That is a smell that could definitely attract bears. Do not tinkle where you tent. That's full of pheromones and is a huge attractant to bears. As well, if you're going to take a dog with you into bear country, it is a very good idea to keep them on a leash. They're notorious for going out, ticking off wild bears, and then bringing them back to us for help. Bears are also extremely agile, so not only are they very good at yoga, but they can actually run 55 kilometers an hour in 2 jumps, which is faster than an Olympic sprinter. They can run uphill, they can run downhill just as well, they can scale a tree just as quickly, they can turn on a dime, and if you do run or scream in front of a large carnivore like a cougar or a bear, you turn into prey, which means when you run and scream in front of bears, you look like big juicy hot dogs and they want to eat you. So never, ever a good idea to run in front of a bear. Have any of you ever heard of bear jams, people stopping on the side of the highway?
Yes.
Yeah, we live in Alberta. It's kind of hard not to, right? And if you're not from Alberta, if you're traveling, you'll learn all about them. Now, unfortunately, the sad thing is most people don't realize the damage we do doing something as simple as stopping our vehicles on the side of the highway. Now, don't get me wrong. It's amazing to see wild bears out in the wild. But when we stop on the side of the highway, if you keep in mind, a bear's nose is 2,100 times better than our nose. Us humans, we smell amazing. We use stuff like shampoo, conditioner, body sprays, makeups, perfumes, aftershave, shaving cream, cologne, you name it, we smear it all over our bodies. As well, there's probably some sort of food or beverage in our vehicles. And those bears are drawn to amazing smells. At that point, we're actually desensitizing bears to humans. Bears naturally fear humans, and when we take that natural fear away from them, that's what starts the progress, or that wasn't the word I was going to use, starts you creating bears to be desensitized to humans and creates problem bears. Now, they are also so intelligent that if a human gives a bear one piece of food, that bear goes, wow, well, that tasted great. I'm going to go find me more humans for more good tasting food. And that's where you food condition or negatively food condition a wild bear. And that's where the saying a fed bear is a dead bear comes from, because that is exactly what happens to those wild bears. Now, to give you an example, the effect we actually have, because I can say 1,000 things, and lots of people don't really see that it is a problem. But the life expectancy of a wild bear is 8 years old. A captive black bear can live 20 plus years. A captive brown bear can live 25 plus years. And the only predators bears have in the wild is humans. So we really are affecting those wild bears significantly by doing silly people things. So at the end of the day, it is much safer for those wild bears and for us people to come to places like Discovery Wildlife Park or the Calgary Zoo, where you can get up close and personal, and it's safe for everybody. And that being said, here in Alberta, we have 2 different species of bears. We have the North American black bear, like Charlie, and we have the grizzly bear. And it could truly save your life to know the difference between the 2 different species at a glance and in shape alone. Color and size mean absolutely nothing. So when we talk about size, Charlie's last weigh-in was 638 pounds. Charlie is considered to be a large black bear, but it doesn't matter if it's a black bear or a grizzly bear. There are itty-bitty tiny little ones and great big huge ones. Color also means nothing. Black bear is a kind of bear, not a color of bear. So not only can they be black, but they can be white or blonde. I don't know if any of you had the opportunity to see Muscle at the bottom of the hill. She's not a polar bear. She's not an albino bear. Albino bear. Wow, that was good English. She is simply a black bear that is blonde in color. Black bears can also be brown or cinnamon or all the beautiful colors in between. And in fact, a grizzly can also be black, blonde, or white. They can be all the beautiful browns and cinnamons in between. So color truly means absolutely nothing. We do tell them apart at a glance and in shape alone. If you guys look at Charlie, notice how straight he is, nose to forehead, where his ears are positioned on his skull, larger in proportion to his body, how straight he is across his shoulders, his very short, even fur. We're going to ask Charlie to wave again, but this time when he waves, notice how well he spreads his little toe-toes, because he's going to show you his short, curved, sharp climbing quads. Can you do it? Oh, yeah. You're really good. Good boy, Charlie. Now, we will profile what the grizzly looks like in comparison to the black bear when we move up to another bear. We're also going to give you a bear safety quiz up at another bear. But before we do that, we're going to do a few more fun things here. So, last summer, Charlie became a master of picking up toys and putting them away in a toy box. We kind of figured if we could train a bear to pick up toys and put them in a toy box, we could probably train him to pick up recycling and put it in the recycling bin. We also figured if we could train a bear to do recycling, then us humans should have no excuse for not doing our recycling. And it is always a great reminder to tell everybody to reuse, reduce, recycle, because when we do, we make a significant difference for all animal habitats. Now, anybody remember Charlie's favorite number?
3.
Ooh, good job. All right, if we all count to 3, chances are Charlie can catch this ball. Ready?
1, 2, 3.
I'm sorry. You like wiggled and almost fell over, and then I bopped you in the nose here. Have lots of treats for that. You did catch it. He's like, I'm not gonna miss that. If only I could catch that well, buddy. I'm sorry. Do you want to do it again? He's like, yeah, because you bopped me in the nose with that thing. He's like, I don't trust you. Okay, you just hold it. He's like, you're not throwing that. Do you guys see your throwing ability? Good thing my Auntie Ivy's not at this presentation. She's always said I can't throw to save my life, so. Right? She just ratted me out last night to all the zookeepers. Well, yesterday. Alright, Hansel, I know, you caught it. You're awesome. I'm no good at throwing. Go over there. Trickery. Haha, got it. Alright, we are going to introduce you all to this cutie patootie. This is Honey, and we've always called Honey our little honey pot. And the reason why we call her our little honey pot, are you going to show them why we call you honey pot? She says, because when I hold my toes, they look like honey pots. And I always have a smile on my face. Good girl. Are you going to wave to everybody too? Yep, multitasking. She says, I'm female, I can do everything at once. Good girl. Now, I personally think the cutest part on the bears is their back feet. And Honey can go better than any bear on the property, and when she does, right out the back, everybody gets to see them. That's nice crawling. Are you going to do this one today too? Dun, 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 dun. Yep. Now, a lot of the reason why we train here at the park is for medical behaviors. And the bears are actually all trained to pee in a cup, and they're also trained to get blood. When we get blood, there's a beautiful vein right there that we take the blood from. When we do take blood, the bears have to stay in this position for 3 minutes. By the time we start, we shake, disinfect, take the blood, and then you actually have to hold off because, well, Band-Aids don't work on bears. So the reason why we train those things is no different than you and I. When we go to the doctor and they don't know what's going on with us, what do the doctors want? Blood and urine. And it's the same for animals. But if we had to sedate them for every time they ever needed that, that would be a lot of sedation. And just like humans, with animals, there is always a risk when we sedate. So we like to reduce it as much as possible. Now, it might not seem impressive that Honey can catch. Well, it would if you guys really knew how bad I throw. But Charlie, years ago, when I taught him how to catch, I probably threw 1,000 things at his face before he ever caught anything. 2 days, Honey had it down pat. She's like, why didn't you teach me this years ago? Open mouth, insert food. This is awesome. If you guys notice, Charlie keeps waving at you. You can leave now because he doesn't like sharing with his sister. You can't kick people out when it's the end of your turn. You get to say goodbye, not him. Yeah, there you go. All right, we are going to move up to another bear. If everybody would like to follow one of those young gentlemen, they'll lead the way.
Between you and the fence.
Ano sinasabi niya?
Good show, wasn't it?
All right. This is handsome Mr. Gruff, and he is a 5-year-old North American black bear. Now, Serena did mention we are going to give you a bear safety quiz. So if you know the answers, please do feel free just to shout those answers out. And really do shout them. I am very hard of hearing. I would really appreciate it. So, let's say we're on a hike, and off in the distance we see a bear. Kind of like Charlie or Honey. They're minding their own business, doing their own thing. What do you think we should do? Absolutely. Turn around, go back the way we came. That bear's minding its own business. We could probably do the same, mind our own business. But what if that bear way over there all of a sudden says this? First off, why do you think the bear is doing that?
Because it sees you.
I heard a couple of right answers. It's an information-seeking stance. So that bear over there knows that there's something over here. He's just trying to figure out, is that something I should chase after?
There's one sneaking over there.
Or is that something I should turn around and run away from? Of course, we want the bear to turn around and run away, so we're going to do 3 things all at the same time. What would those 3 things be?
Down, back ways.
I think I heard Yes, we definitely want to make noise. The ideal sound we can make is a loud, monotone voice. The difference between us and other animals is that voice. If it's not going to travel far enough, any loud, sharp sounds will do. We definitely want to get big. We're way more intimidating when we look big. And lastly, we do want to make sure we're backing up. We don't know where that bear's critical space is, so we just want to tell him we definitely don't want to be in it. All three things at the same time, typically he's going to turn around and skedaddle because he wants nothing more to do with us than we do him. But what if you run into a grizzly bear on the path about 20 or 30 feet from you, and this bear is mad? It'll be doing things like bluff charging, hitting the ground in front of it, screaming, chomping its jaws, lowering its head, hitting its ears. At the end of the day, you're not going to question if this bear is cranky. You're going to know it. What should we do about this cranky grizzly bear? As odd as it might sound, you want to stand your ground. You don't want to back up and give ground to aggression. That bear's just going to keep coming. You don't want to get aggressive with a grizzly bear. It's going to get aggressive back. So stand your ground. Do not stare that bear in the eye. That would be a threat or a challenge. This is where we like to mention bear spray. You would get it out, uncap it, be prepared to use it if that bear did advance. It has a 30-foot range forward, a 5-foot fog on the end. It is not the be-all end-all of bear safety, but statistically it is proven to be way more effective than a rifle. And there are many trails now in Kananaskis country you're not supposed to be on without it. A couple of simple things about bear spray. Where do you think most people keep it when they're out hiking?
At home.
In their backpack. So you have a bear 20 or 30 feet from you that can run 55 kilometers an hour in 2 jumps. You take your backpack off, you unzip the zipper. Where's the bear? Probably on top of you. So really do make sure it's somewhere it can be in your hand very quickly and effectively. Also, a lot of people believe bear spray is magical repellent. You can spray it all around your campsite and it will keep bears away. That is 100% false. Bear spray is only effective if it hits their nose and their eyes. If it's just sprayed on the ground, it actually turns into an attractant. They love the smell of it. So really do just be mindful of the products that you are taking into bear country. Now, what if everything goes wrong and you're physically being mauled by that grizzly bear? What should we do?
Great.
Play dead, absolutely. So you can either lay flat on your stomach or curl up in a ball. Goal is to protect all those vital organs. Hands behind your neck, not your head. Medical people say your head can take way more holes than your neck can. Secret to playing dead, you do not make a sound. You make a sound under that bear, you are going to turn into a threat or prey. Also be aware, grizzly bears are notorious for going off a few feet just to see what you're going to do next. So do be sure to play dead until that bear is completely gone. Now the hardest question. You have a black bear that has hunted, stalked you in the woods, broke into your tent house or cabin. What should we do?
Calling off.
You could call them, but I don't know if their response time will be quick enough though. This is what we do call a predatory black bear attack. They're very rare, but when they happen, they're very serious. That bear means to eat you. So you are going to do whatever you have